everybody. This is Tim and Brenda from Mainly Hybrid Homesteading.
Hello.
We just came back from getting a great deal on a wood stove.
Hey everybody, welcome back to our channel. I'm Tim.
I'm Brenda.
Today's a big day. We are going to be starting the installation of our new wood stove that we purchased last spring. I think it was last April sometime. It's sitting out in the garage. I haven't moved it in yet, but that'll be a little bit later down the project. Right now what we're trying to do today is just get the initial installation through the roof part, the stove chimney part. We've got all the pieces. We think we have everything we need. And this is where we're going to begin to try, hopefully, put it all together and make this happen. Obviously, we're installing a wood stove in our mobile home here, and it's going to make things a little tight right here in the middle of the living room. But with the price of fuel, and we heat primarily with propane, so we're thinking, we got plenty of wood here. As you've been following our videos, we've been cutting down a lot of trees in the last couple of years, and got quite a bit of lumber, so we've got a lot of fuel.
There'll be free heat,
and we'll have a way to hopefully try to save some money and cut some costs on the on our heating this winter up here in Maine. We're in September right now. We're going to be heating probably through till April at least, and we can it gets pretty cold up here sometimes. It can get down to 20 below. As an occasion, so it can get pretty brutal. So anything we can do to help supplement, we're going to be trying to do to cut our costs. So for today, we're going to see, like I said, we're going to see if we can't get this initial piece put in. I don't know if we're going to get the whole thing done today, but we figured it's probably a two-step process. We'll get this piece put in first, and then we'll go ahead and get the wood stove moved in and another part of the project, and finish connecting it up. That should, I'd say, the easier part, because the stove itself is 500 pounds, so it's going to be a project to get it in here. But get it in here is not a project. Getting it in here without wrecking anything is a project. So hopefully we can do that on another. I don't know if it'll be part of this video or another video. We'll see how far we get today, and it's getting a little late already, but if we can get at least this piece done, then that would be good for today, and we'll tackle the wood stove installation another day or on another video. So
yeah, we're just hoping we don't run into any wires up there that may slow down the project, but we'll see how far we can get. Right,
yeah, we haven't done this before. You can see our ceiling here is not too tall. I think it's 7 feet. So it's a little bit tight working quarters, but as Brenda said, if we can cut this hole in and not run into any problems, I got a little bit of framework to do, to run a couple 2x4s to install the initial support box that goes right here. And that's going to take the most part of this project. Once we poke the hole through the roof, we have to keep moving forward. We can't really leave it out for in case we get rain or whatever.
Yeah, and it might rain tomorrow.
So we definitely want to make sure and try to get as much of it done today as we can. So we're going to get moving along here, and thanks for joining us. Hope you enjoy the video, and here we go.
Oh boy.
First.
Did you feel where they were?
Huh?
Did you feel where they were when you were cutting? No.
Well, I feel it. Yeah. I can feel where they are. So now I think what I'm going to do, put that vacuum down for a second. I'm going to need you to hold this. Just going to push it right up there. pretty good. So here's what we got. We didn't run into any wires, so that's good. But we did run into a couple issues, and you might be able to see, maybe Brenda can hold the flashlight for me here. I'll show you what I'm pointing to. So what I need to do is, there's this support piece right here that I'm assuming runs the length of the mobile home, and then they got these supports right up here that run this way across. So this is in my way, and this piece right here is in my way. Now this is not a problem. This appears to run and overlap quite a ways down, so cutting off a few inches here is really not going to make a big deal. Got a couple staples in my way here I'm going to have to deal with. Getting a saw up here is going to be a little bit of a challenge, but shouldn't be bad. Then I got to remove this piece here because that's definitely in my way. And then on this side I got the same issue. This piece here, not by much, but it's going to be enough that it will interfere with the box. I'm going to try and see if I can't just trim it, and then I can use that as actually part of my support. But if I can get those pieces out of my way, next thing I'll have to do is, which should work good, I can use this as my support. Let me show you the box, the support box here. So this is, this, as you saw us tracing this out, this is the support box. And this support box, basically, once that sits up inside the ceiling, it has to be screwed, and this will support the chimney part that goes through the roof. So this piece is the support box, which goes through the roof and gives you that spacing you need in the space in between the ceiling and your roof, and also supports the chimney part. So I got to make a little bit of framework to support that, but I actually can use some of the pieces that are there. Doesn't look too complicated, and once I get that done, then I can go ahead and cut my hole through the ceiling or through the roof itself, which is that piece of metal right up here, you can see, and then we can go ahead and get the support box mounted. Now, I already took some measurements. This support box needs to be, and we'll cover that when we get down. Hold that for a second there. This support box needs to hang down 2 inches, minimum 2 inches from the ceiling. So your ceiling has to be somewhere around here, and this has to be below the ceiling. So unfortunately, that leaves me just a little bit short on this end to go up through the ceiling. So my roof would actually be somewhere up in here. So I'll need to extend this. I do have some sheet metal, and I can easily make a piece that I need to go around this box and attach it, and then that'll go up through the roof, and yeah, that'll give me my nice clean connection all the way through from the roof to the ceiling. So let me work on getting these pieces out right up here, and we'll move forward from there. Crash. Okay, that wasn't too bad at all. I think that piece is good right there. It actually kind of looks like it might even line up, and if I had to move it over a little bit, I prefer to use that as a support. So I might have to move it over. Might have to trim a little bit off of this side to slide it over just a little bit. That's okay. That gives me a good support right there. And actually, I'll do the same thing on this side. And that'll frame it up and hold it really good. Okay, so now I got to take this piece out. And for that, I got my oscillating tool. And I'm going to want my mask because that's going to create some dust. Okay, that wasn't bad at all. And that's still supported there, so that's good. That's 14. That's 14 and a quarter and an eighth. That's not good. Oh boy. Alright, so here's our first major obstacle. These support boxes right here, this support box measures 14 and an eighth. They're made to fit in between the rafters here. I think that's what they're called. And I've only got 14 inches, so I gotta cut out another eighth of an inch. I'm gonna have to do it on this end here. I don't have to, but I'm thinking that might be the easier side to get it out of. I gotta basically slice this down another eighth of an inch. This is a 2x3 right here. I gotta slice that down another eighth of an inch to be able to get the right width I need in here. I'm not sure why it's too tight. Just the way it was built, but at any rate, that's my. It's going to be a bit of a job to slice that down, but that's what I got to do next. $14 and a quarter. Kind of a hard angle to see. What I'm trying to do here is I don't want to cut through this whole thing. I'm just trying to take off an eighth of an inch. You can see right here. If I can remove that eighth of an inch, my box should slide right in there. Oh yeah. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful. The box slides in there real nice. Need to do a little more framework now. I got obviously the two sides here to support the box. This looks like it might line up pretty well. I might need to put a shim in there, but that's going to be a good support on this side. I'm going to put a piece of support going across this way, and I can screw it into this and this, so that'll be good support on this side. Over on this side, I will do the same down here. I can put a support piece across here. All right, let me get some more measurements and cut some pieces up, and we'll get those screwed in. Okay, so I got my extra support added here. I got my extra support added here, right here, sorry. So I got plenty of support for the box. My only issue is that the box, as I mentioned earlier, is not long enough to go through. I have to add a couple inches of sheet metal onto this box. So that'll be my next task, is just to make my piece. I'll make my extension, and then I can go ahead and cut the hole in the roof.
Right. Yay! Getting there.
Okay. All right, so this is a kit we purchased. This is the wood stove chimney basic kit. It comes with all these components. This is for the chimney. There's a cap, storm collar, flange. This is an attic ceiling, attic insulation shield, and there's the box that we were just playing with inside. And these other two pieces are also inside. So this is the piece I need to extend I was talking about. This piece right here is the attic insulation shield. We don't have an attic, so I don't need this piece. I'm going to see if I can make what I need out of that, which is right here, this piece right here. So I'm going to go ahead and strip this apart and cut it up, and I should be able to get, I'm hoping I can get enough out of this piece to add on to my box right here. Let me see if I can get this cut up. See, I was able to take that one piece, make it round, take it from round, and I made it into a square piece. Fits really nice and snug. I'm not going to rivet it all together yet. I think what I'm going to try and do instead is, once I get my hole through the roof, I will put my support box in and get that where I want it. And then I will go ahead and see if I can't slide this in after this piece I just made afterward to make sure that I have exactly the right height I need.